Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Elden Ring. Last we left off, we started our exploration of the ancient ruins of Rauh, or however you want to pronounce it. I'm probably just going to call it Rauh. Even though I'm getting mixed up, but the ancient ruins. Yep. We did the eastern half, this section here. Yep. Nothing too bad. Kind of, sort of maze-like, but it'll eventually tunnel you into the way you need to go. But you can get turned around pretty easily if you're not careful. So we actually started off just outside the specimen storehouse right here in the western ramparts. Yep. Then we crossed this great bridge here, gathered the items, avoided the bats, and then we took on Fire Sage. Fire. Is he a sage? I think he's. What was I? Oh, that's probably still in here. Right here. Salza's hood. Oh, Sage of the Fire Knights. Okay, so Fire Knight, Sage, Salza. Yeah, he was at the other end of the bridge, kind of protecting the ruins here. But we took him out pretty easily. Yeah, a Dragon Maul and then Charge R2. Stance broke and he was done. So. Yeah, just hop on Torrent, run across, bash him in the face. We got his. You saw we got his helmet and his incantation. Haven't tried it out yet, but we'll see. But anyway, and then we finally made it to the ancient ruins. Yep. Came out here, immediately went left, clear out this little zone here, which took us down to this little area down here. I think there was some blood fiends, a couple of blood fiends, like a little cave of sorts, guarding a somber 8. Woohoo! But outside was the last hippo or golden hippo. Well, he's a hippo. I don't know if he's the golden hippo or a golden hippo, but the last hippo was out there, and we took him out, grabbed another shadow tree fragment. And that was basically all that was in that little section. Yeah, there wasn't much down there except for the hippo and maybe a somber 8. But, yeah, so. Yeah, went back to the entrance, made our way this way. This way and into the ruins itself. Quite a number of things in there. There was 2 curse blades. The first one didn't give us any trouble because we stuck up on it. The second one gave us a bit of trouble because Dragon Maul has pretty poor turning radius. Or he's just really nimble, or both. But we did get him, so that's all good. There was some spider scorpions and shadow people and some fly people, and that was basically all that was in the ruins, at least enemy-wise. Item-wise, there was the Bond Stone, another cookbook, the Spirit Ashes of Spider Scorpion Spirit Summon. Probably won't be using because it's not very good. It summons the smaller Spider Scorpion, not the bigger one. If it summoned the bigger one, then I maybe give it a thought, but because it summons the small ones, it's not worth it. Couple of revered Spirit Ashes, I think a Shadow Tree fragment or 2. Trying to think what else was in there. So a bunch of upgrade materials. And I can't quite think of anything else that was inside the ruins. There was a talisman, the winged feather talisman, which I won't be using. I just don't like damage, debuffing my damage negation. So I won't be using it. I'm trying to think of what else. I can't really think of anything else. Yep. And then we came out here where we encountered Crucible Knight Devonia. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Devonia or something like that. Yeah, a special Crucible Knight that kind of went on a journey, ended up here. I think she found the source of the Crucible up in the tower, the Divine Gate, but she couldn't get to it, so she's kind of got stuck. Yeah, but she cooperated with us, although her AI didn't really work either one, but took her out pretty easily. A couple of lightning spears did her in. And then we picked up Dane's Whirlwind, or Dryleaf Whirlwind. Yeah, the Ash of War for the Dryleaf Arts. My preferred version, or my preferred Ash of War for the Dryleaf Arts, but yeah, it's stylish, but okay. I mean, we might give it a try. I don't know. Although we are approaching the end, so probably not. Sad. Anyway, and we made it to the Grace. Grabbed another Shadow Fragment, some messages. One of them which I should probably have been in the storehouse, but who knows. And I think that was it. Yeah, just explore the ruins, grab some items, beat up some enemies, the usual. Between episodes, I didn't do it. Well, I went and I practiced parrying the Horned Warriors, because there are going to be a few coming in here. I just want to brush up on my skills a little bit. I went back to Midra's Manse and practiced on the two that appear in the hallway, just because it's close to a Grace. So I think we're okay. I think we can do it, but I'll probably miss anyway. And then I went back to Graveside Plain and practiced on the Curse Blade that you first encounter when you come in. And it turns out they can be parried. It's not that it's kind of hit or miss, because most of the times the attacks will go right over your head, but they can be parried. So hopefully we can take care of that, because yes, there is one more Curse Blade in the ruins here. He's actually pretty hard to avoid because he's staring right at the entrance to it. But if you know he's there and you stealth, you can get past him. But why stealth when I can probably parry? Although I'm probably going to miss, and he's probably going to kill us. That's usually how it goes. Yep, so that's basically all I did. Parry practice. And with the runes I got, I did put one more point into mind. So we are at 38 mind now, trying to get that to 40. Because I like even-ish numbers. Yeah, don't look at intelligence. I don't want to look at it. Yeah, that's it. Excuse me. But, yep. And today we are going to finish up the Rauh ruins. Going to do the western half. And the western half is a lot more dangerous than the eastern half. I already kind of mentioned it. There's 2 Horned Warriors. There should be at least 1 Divine Bird Warrior, a Curse Blade. There's actually a Furnace Golem right across there. He'll get up once we get going, but yeah, the last Furnace Golem's right there. So yeah, 3 Horned Warriors, Curse Blade, Furnace Golem. There's a bunch of Blood Fiends, but who aren't that bad. But there is a Blood Fiend Chief who is accompanied by a pack of Blood Dogs. So that one's going to be a bit interesting. Let's see. Spider Scorpion shouldn't be that bad. And there's also Kindred of Rot. Yep, the Kindred of Rot, the pest guys. Yeah, they're in here as well as some rot swampish kind of going on. Hence the armor get up we're rocking. So, yep, there's also a Golem Archer up there somewhere. I'm not quite sure where he spawns in or gets up anyway. Yep, and then there's the other Divine Beast dancing line down there. So, yeah, a lot more dangerous than the Eastern Path. So, it is a lot more straightforward. So we shouldn't be that turned around, but you can still get kind of lost. Trying to think what else. Oh, yes. There's also be an invasion by Hornsent, because we did summon him in the Mesmer fight, so he will show up here as an invasion at the top of the staircase that leads to Romina. Yeah, her church is right up there. So we'll have to deal with Hornsent. But, excuse me. But, yeah, scientists are going to kill me one day. But anyway. Yeah, Hornsent's going to invade, but we do have a NPC Begone get up that's pretty good at begoning NPCs. So he's going to be pretty easy. Easy-ish, I should say. But yeah, but he invades Yeah, the staircase he invades at is also kind of surrounded by rot and kindred of rot, so it can be dicey if we're not careful. But, but hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Um, yeah. I'm trying to think what else is in here. Yeah. Oh, there's the incantation we want. Pest thread spears is in here. I definitely do want that because I do like my pest threads. There's the altar for the Sword of Light and Dark. That should be for us, that should be the Shrine of Light. Depending on the order you find them, it could be different, but for us, it's going to be the Sword of Light. Trying to think what else is in here. There should be some Revered Spirit Ashes, maybe 1 or 2. There should be a Spirit Shadow Tree Fragment, maybe. Don't quite remember. But there's also another incantation down there. Crucible, Aspect of the Crucible Bloom, I think it's called. But, yeah. And that's probably should be everything that's in there. And at the end should be Romina, Saint of the Bud, or Romina, however you want to pronounce her. But Saint of the Bud should be at the end in that little church. And just beyond her is the ceiling tree that will lift the shadow on the tower. So yeah. So that's the plan for today. It's just the western half. And our equipment for today, well, this starting get up is just for the furnace golem. So I will change this after we deal with the furnace golem. So, we have the mace, lance talisman, dagger talisman, companion jar. Might not do anything, but when we do stagger the furnace golem, I will be throwing a pot into his face. So hopefully this will increase the damage, but I don't know if it's damage from the pot or it's special damage for throwing a furnace pot into a furnace golem. I don't know, but hopefully this does something. Rotten Wing Sword, because we will be wailing at his feet, so hopefully this will trigger. Yeah. So stick with the mace. After the furnace golem, I will be putting on. I do plan on using the Halo Scythe with a Sacred Infused Misericord. Again, because we are going to be pairing the Horned Warriors and the Curse Blades. They both take extra damage from Holy. I think they both have a 20% negative damage negation, so they'll take 20% extra damage from Holy. So hopefully they go down 1 parry. I mean, 1 riposte, because I do plan on using the Dagger Talisman as well. But so I'll use the Halo Scythe, Sacred Misericord, keep the Seal Shield, going with my Clean Rot Armor, get up. Crimson Hood, Clean Rot Armor, and the Clean Rot Knight Armor. Yep. Armor, Gauntlets, and Greaves. I like this little color matching thing. But the reason I went with it, because again, there's sections with rot, so this provides pretty good immunity. But so hopefully we can get through that without getting rotted. But hopefully. And then after the Furnace Golem, I plan to use Bull Goat Talisman, Dagger Talisman. I'm trying to think of what else I was. I think it was the Warrior Jar Shard and the Blue Dew. Because again, we will be using the Halo Scythe, so the Alexander Shard will be really good for it because it's really good range attacks. So Blue Dew just because it's really good. Dagger Talisman because I do plan on pairing, maybe backstabbing here and there. Bull Goat, although we do have 51 poise, Bull Goat will probably help with casting some spells. But again, that's probably going to change out to the immunizing Horn Charm, maybe. I haven't quite set my mind to that one yet, but. And Flask has Green Burst, Hard Tier, pretty standard. Hefty Furnace Pots because we're going to chuck it into the Golem once we stagger them. Crab, Ornus. Yep. Here's stats. Spells going with Fire Serpent, Knight's Lightning Spear, Giant's Flame Take the Pest Threads, Ionia, Vow and Heal. Because we are going to be dealing with Kindred or Rot, so they are weak to fire. Lightning Spears, just because it's a really good ranged option for us. Pest Threads, Ionia, Vow and Heal are kind of like my standard spells I always have. So you never know what you're going to find. So we're at level 18, Shadow Tree Blessing, level 8, Revered Spirit Ash. I hope to have those maxed out by the time we finish off the DLC. Maybe. But I do have Rikar's Great Rune. Because it's really good for exploring. Alright. Should we get the show on the road? Let me turn it to daytime so I don't have to fight this golem at night. Alright. Apparently there is a, I don't really call it cheese, but there is a way to use the furnace golem to rune farm the enemies on the bridge here. You wake him up, you get down to the bridge where he starts to attack, and you quickly run to the Grace, and you rest at the Grace, and if you time it right, the blast will kill this set of enemies, and then when you rest, the enemies will reset, but they'll also get hit by the blast as well. So you kind of get like a double dose of runes. So I've seen an example of it, but I still think the Albinorix and Mulgrim Palace are still better. Especially in the new game cycles, they'll give you a lot more runes. So anyway, I just thought I mentioned that. So if you didn't want to kill the golem, there's a reason for it. So, all right, let's just get going. Because I want to kill the golem, so we're gonna wheel at his ankles till he dies. There he goes. He's getting up. Dew gem. Now there's another item. We'll grab it later. Hopefully we don't get blasted. Yeah, that attack is what you use to get the rune. Okay. Where are you? Let's run this leg. I don't think it really matters, but I just do it. And we need to turn you this way so we can hit your face when you fall down. Oop. Sorry, Torrent. Thank you. All right, where are you gonna fall? Over here, cool. He actually stays down for quite a bit, so we can do this. Get a hitter. All right. I thought about using maybe Ancient Lightning Strike, see if I can get some good damage out of that. But I don't know. Go. Alright. Get our stamina back. Get our stamina. There we go. Alright. There you go, Torrent. Furnace Golem drops the Crimson Sapping Tear and Furnace Visage. The Crimson Sapping Tear is, restore health on hit. I think it's a 1% restored per hit, but it only lasts like 45 seconds, so to be honest, it's not that useful. It does have its uses, but lasting only 45 seconds kind of, I don't know. I don't plan on using it, but it is there if you need it. All right, let's get our get up going. Let's just stick with the we'll go for now. All right. There we go. Yeah, we'll keep it. All right. All right. So yeah, if the Crimson Sapping Tier lasted maybe like a minute, 2 minutes, then it would be very good. But since it only lasts 45 seconds, it's like, yuck. Again, it has uses, especially if you're using like fast weapons, but I don't know. All right. Oop. Bunch of luminescent owls. Not quite sure why? Question mark, maybe? Thought there was an item down here, but I guess not. But if you want slumbering eggs, I think this is where you come get it. Alright. You can jump from here to there. I'm not going to. I'm going to go at it the quote correct way, but I just want to let you know you can jump from here to here. So if you don't want to go through the blood fiends to get down there, then you can do that. Although you just go right back to where the blood fiends are, so it's like, okay. But free money is free. Yeah, and I haven't tried killing the animals because I know in the beginning of the last episode I said that in the parameter files the animals will drop like some of the rarer crafting materials. I haven't tested it out yet, so I still haven't quite confirmed if that's true or not. I probably should do that, to be honest, but I'm just going to trust the parameter files for now, but all right. Oh yeah, I don't have my bow. Those things are so goddamn annoying as they fly everywhere. Stop it. Alright. Spirit Spring, that's sealed. Yep. The ceiling thing, I believe, is all the way up there. Or, I'm not even quite sure where it is, to be honest. Because the easiest way to unlock it is by using a shackle. Using Morgoth's or Moog's shackle will break the stone seal on the spring. So that is probably the best or quickest way to break it. And it'll lead you all the way up to the entrance to the staircase. That'll take you to Romina. So if you don't want to do the ruins, grab your shackle, use it, break it, hop on Torrent, and it'll get you all the way up there. But again, I'm not going to do it because I'm curious to where this ceiling stone is. I have an idea of where it is, but I'm not positive. Because again, the last time I was here, or every time I've been here, I've used the shackle, so we're going to learn that one together. Alright. Yeah, there's nothing else down here, so let's just get going. Yeah. One second, I'm curious. I don't think there's anything over here, but I just want to check. Mushroom. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah, okay, there was nothing over here. I was just curious. Okay. Thought there might have been like maybe an item, but at this point I'm going off memory, so I like to think my memory is good, but it can fail me at times. Alright. Up the hill, there should be a grace. Yep, there it is. Grace. There's be a nice vista right here. Yep, look at that. See Bellarat. Yep. Gravesite Plains, the Suppressing Pillar, the Jagged Peak, Castle Ensis, Manus Matir, Church of the Crusade, there's a Keep. Yep. Get a good view of the vales over the area, the region. Yeah, we are high up, really high up. And we're above the clouds even. All right. I don't think there's anything over here. I'm just gonna quick check. Oh crap. Death to Gravity, number 30. I don't know how many actually, but just watch your step. It's a long way down. Oh well. Leaving that one in. All right. There's a mushroom. All right. I thought there'd been an item, but nope. All right. Let's avoid the hole. That'd be good. Okay. I'm just gonna go on foot from here. All right. Should be dogs. Yes, there they are. Oh, here's one anyway. Should be another one. Yep. Yeah. I find the best way to deal with dogs is just to block an attack and guard counter. I find that's the best. You can actually carry and retaliate that thing. If I can get it to cooperate. Yep, there we go. Carry and retaliate. You'd be surprised what you can retaliate. Oop, missed. Though it is fickle in its little hitbox. Throw it? I know you want to throw it. There you go. Alright. So yes, you can carry and retaliate that thing. I was actually kind of surprised. So this room, this one has the cursed blade in it. He's actually right on the other side. Actually, you just... There you go. And he's kind of facing our way, so we need to be careful. There's a shiny pot guy. We need to take them out. Alright, I'm going to do something dumb. Oops. Wrong button. Alright. Just keep crouching. He'll probably spot us, but he won't actually aggro until we get a bit closer. There we go. Ow. There we go. Alright. I think the pot guy left. We're just gonna be gone. Alright. Spirit Calculus, no thanks. Okay, so he's still up there, so we can sneak past him if we want. But where's the fun in that? Alright. I am going to try and parry him, although it's probably going to go terribly. Alright. Let's see if we can... Let's see if we can get to his side. If we can take care of him, this will be a lot better. Do I want to use my flask, though? Definitely crab. Free aim, Giant's Flame, go! Yes. We probably could have stun locked him, but... Oh yeah, he likes to use that. Those little, revenge things. Ooh, we got it. Nice. Yep, see? You can be parried. Timing's a little wonky, but... It can be happening. To be honest, that actually went a lot better than I anticipated. Ugh. Okay. See? I think I made up for that little death. The careless falling off the ledge. Ow. Here we have another Shadow Tree fragment. I think we need 3? I don't quite remember if we need 3 or 4 to upgrade our blessing level. I think it's 3. I'll have to. We can double check once we get back to a grace, but all right. Yeah, there's a little statue with a revered spirit ash, but there's also horned warriors. Yep, there he is. There's one patrolling there. There is another one. I want to say he's inside that structure. Or up there a little bit. It is possible to get both of them on you, so just be careful. And I wouldn't go too far that way. If you go that way a bit further, if you go too far that way, you'll activate the golem that's up on the little hill up there, just past the trees, and you will aggro him. So depending on how you look at it, it's either going to be really bad or really fun. Try and use the golem to stance break the horned warriors, but no, we're gonna not do that. All right, come here. There we go. One shot, nice. What'd you drop? That was armor. Okay. Yeah. The dual sword ones I have pretty good practice on. As you see, I think their easiest attack is that jump attack. But it's the great sword guys I'm not too familiar with. Yeah, there he is. Let's get him out here on level ground. Too soon. Go. And you're done. Okay, it's number 7. And no, he will not drop his sword, so don't go and farm him. He won't drop it. Their sword can only be gotten in Inner Ilum, so. Oh, hey, Mr. Golem, you're already activated, huh? So yeah, if you go up there too far, he'll spot us and start shooting at us. So, yeah. Revered Spirit Ash. That's number 4. That should be enough to upgrade the blessing level to 9, I think. I don't quite remember if it's a 4 or 5 at this point. I think it's 4 to go to 9, and then 5 to go to 10. I don't think there's anything up here, but we'll just check it out. Mr. Golem's probably going to spot us here in a moment. Oh, I think it's the brazier. I'm hearing something. I'm thinking it's like footsteps, but I think it's the brazier. And Mr. Golem. You don't see me. You don't see me. I don't have a white branch, so don't shoot at me. Okay, that's actually the way we came in. All right. Let's just get back on horse, because I think these 2 horned warriors are the only ones in this little area. Oh, there he is. Again, you could probably use the Golem Archer to stance break the Horned Warriors, but it could be kind of tricky. Alright. Animals. Oh, you hit a tree. Okay. Oh, okay, here we go. Pests. You don't see me. Oh my god, his aggro range is just nuts. You have to sit here for like a second for him to stop shooting at us. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so now we have a choice. We can either go in here to where the pests are, or we can go down to where the blood fiends are. We'll go down first. We'll take care of the blood fiends first, because I know that's a dead end. So, alright. Down the stairs. And blood fiends are a lot easier to deal with than the kindreds are. That way to the blood fiend chief. I think you can actually probably spot him. Yeah, there he is. Yep, there he is, right there. That's the blood fiend chief. There are like a pack of dogs in that little zone. I think there's like 6 or so. So best to pick the dogs off first and then take on the fiend. But we are not going to go this way first. We're actually going to go that way first. It'll eventually loop around this way. So nope, not yet. Not yet, fiend. Not yet. Yeah, what makes the blood fiend chief, I would say, more difficult is that you can't parry him. Yeah, you can't parry the fiend chief. Not resin. Okay. Sparkly pot guy. We'll get to him eventually, don't worry. Alright. Mr. Blood Fiend, over here. Come on. There's some more dogs in there, so be careful. Alright. Oh! Again, easiest way I know to deal with dogs is parry or block and guard counter. They only have, I think, 30-ish stance, so most weapons should stance break them with a guard counter. But I'm not too sure about the lighter weapons, like the long swords and whatnot. Alright. There's another blood fiend. There is a way to get up there, so don't worry. We'll get up there. Alright, so one was enough. Good. Okay. I'm sending 2 downrange because I know there's, like him, he had more health, so not quite can't. The only way I can tell is by the size of the dog, but at distances I can't quite tell. But that's why I'm sending 2 down range. Oh, over here, buddy. No, come on. Ooh, what'd you drop? Oh, string. String? I don't want string. Okay. Actually, instead of going that way, because this will lead us back around to where the Blood Fiend Chief is, but so instead of that way, we're actually going to go this way. No, not here, because that's death. Over here, I think. Well, it's not death, but it's definitely pretty far down. Actually, how far down is it? Okay, so it is survivable, but we gotta pick our spot carefully. Because there are a bunch of spider scorpions down there. Yep, there you go. Hanging off the little, oh, yeah, there's the big one. This should be enough to kill you, right? Yeah, good. Oh, he spotted us. Oh, he ran away. Where are you going? Come here. Bam. Gotcha. Yes. Hefty furnace pots. Now that I know we can actually get the furnace visages. I'm loving it. Yeah, because when I first went through the DLC, I wasn't sure if we can get more, so I was kind of hesitant to use them. But now that I know we can actually farm for more, I like using them now. Because they also scale with faith. And since we have 80 faith, they're going to do a good amount of damage. Alright, so that's death for sure. Yeah, we'll drop down here. Is there any item on these beams? No, I don't see any. Okay. Alright. Oh. Thanks for the health. Oh, oh, big one. Guard counter? So I'm pretty sure they have a, you can critical them after stance break. I think it's like a plunging attack like the, not a plunging attack, what am I talking about? It's probably the same animation that you use when you parry a knight's cav off their horse, or any knight off their horse. You come up and you plunge the sword into him. Alright. Just want to clear out this little zone. Yep. A new pickup. Scarlet Bud. Yep. A large rotten bud that will never come into bloom. Yep. There was a time when these buds were not touched by the scarlet rot's blight, when they were the symbol of the small church deep in the ancient ruins of Rauh. Yep, but then Melania was like, nope, I don't want to be your goddess. And then Romina was like, I'll be your goddess. And, you know, yeah, that happened. Yep. Yep, nightmare fuel. Ew. No. Alright. Let's go this way. There's my stone. Okay, so this will take us back up there to where the shadow people were that we saw earlier. So that will allow us to get back to where the blood fiends were. Scarlet buds. I don't know if they respawn. I'll have to check. Alright. But there are a bunch of animals, so they might drop in these guys. Maybe. Alright, well for now, let's take care of nightmare fuel. Yeah, 2 hots. 2 hits, thanks. Alright, is there anything else down here? It's an item, but yeah, it's probably a smithing stone, would be my guess. Oh, thunder. Yeah. Apologize if you can hear it, there is a storm going on outside. Mythic Somber 1, sure. Ooh, a Spirit Calculus. Okay. I guess those drop from the fancy birds, or the fancy animals anyway. All right, bunch of Mirandas. And Miranda, cool. Ah. I was hoping to get a couple of them in the blast. Still one shot? No. Now it's one blast. This should do damage. Thank you. Alright. You drop your usual Miranda stuff. This one's the smaller one. And this should be Aspects of the Crucible Bloom. Yep. Yep. Have a flower burst out of your stomach, bringing down light beams. Yeah, no. It is cool in concept. It just... The cast speed on it's pretty slow, so more for like a support character, like get summoned and support a melee fighter, right? It's probably your better bet. But being an aspect of the Crucible, it will get buffed by the Crucible armor and all that stuff. So, and, oh yeah, wait, yeah, this is the little lower area I said you could jump down to. Yeah. Because that's the bridge we crossed. The Furnace Golem should be right over past there. And this is like the lower section where all the owls were in that little alcove. So this is the area you could jump down to earlier if we wanted to. But again, I decided not to because I don't know. Alright, so now we just gotta backtrack all the way back. Lovely. Alright, another bud. Take the elevator. Alright. Yeah, I think Sparkly Pot guy despawned. Yeah, because I think he spawns right about here. Alright. Let's just take care of these guys. Alright, thank you. Alright. So if he does despawn, just like any other scarab or crystal lizard, just quit out, load back in, and he should spawn again. So stand here, quit out, reload, and he should pop up. Although he'll try to run away again, so he's got to be a little quick on the draw to get him. There he is. No, sir. He dropped Revered Spirit Ash. Nice. And it's Silver Tender. Okay. So we could definitely upgrade to the next Ash level. Ash Blessing level if we really wanted to. Yep. This little upper section where above the Blood Fiends. Alright. Cool. Alright, let's just hop back down. And go this way to the Blood Fiend Chief. Yeah, so again, we want to thin out the dogs first. Ooh, it's going to be loud. Or maybe not. The thunder going on outside. Do I want to put it to two-handed talisman? Probably. Yeah. Because you can't backstab the chief, and you can't parry him, so it's like. I'm using my bow instead of the Ash Awards for the range. The range is what I want. There's still some more, so we gotta be careful. And there's one right in front of him. I guess the one right in front of the chief there is probably the pack leader, so he's gonna have a bit more health. So what we need to do is get the dog's attention without getting the fiend's attention. Okay, that works. Alright. Still gonna sneak around, make sure we get all the dogs, because we do not want any interference when we're fighting him. Yeah. Alright. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, I think we're good. Alright, this is gonna be fun. No, it's not. It's not gonna be fun. What am I talking about? You can kind of tell he's the Bloodfiend Chief because he's a bit bigger than the others. He's also greenish in color. That's how I can tell. The regular Bloodfiends are grayish skin. He's more green. Not because of the surroundings, but, just because. Alright. No, I will use my flask for him, because I don't like Bloodfiend Chiefs. They are actually pretty resistant to fire, so... Ow. This little walking spit. Okay. Whew. Alright. Okay, he wasn't as strong as I thought. But he's guaranteed to drop 5 of the Sacred Bloody Flesh. I don't know if he respawns. I don't think he does, but if he does, he doesn't drop the 5 flesh guaranteed. No. But so this is a golden horn tender. Alright. Alright, so I probably could have done it without my flask. But other than him, the only other strong enemy in the area would be the Divine Bird Warrior, who again has twin swords, and I'm pretty decent at parrying twin swords, so he shouldn't be too much of a trouble. But circle back around, and yep, no seal. Okay, so the seal is probably a bit further up. But all right, so that takes care of this little section. Oh, okay, you jump across. Okay. It's like, how do we get over there? You jump across. Alright, so now comes the not so fun part. Should I keep my... No, I'm not going to. Let's put on the charm. Let's get our boluses ready just in case. Nice. This will have my soap. This will have my boluses. Excuse me. Yeah, get our soap ready in case we roll in that stuff, because it will stick to us if you roll. Actually, instead of these, we'll use our fire coils. Alright, you're gonna come over here, or are you gonna sit there? You're just gonna sit there, aren't you? Yeah. Ow. Okay, that's a bad idea. Oh, he's just gonna sit there. I thought he was gonna come towards us. That's bad. Alright, we'll just chill out. I have no problem running to him. Fire coil. Nice. And we got clipped, so. There we go. 3 and you're done. Oh. Yeah, because we rolled in it, so it's still building up. Let's take a bolus. Yeah, that's why I got my soap. Okay, so it's 2 if they don't spot us. All right. There are more down there, so I'm gonna stay off torrents. Otherwise, just hop on torrent. You don't have to worry about the rot. But luckily, there's a convenient little gap on each edge, on each side. You can just jump on. That elevator will take you up, take you to the next level, which will take you, I think, right in front of the staircase leading up to Romina. I think that's where it goes. You know what? Let's find out. Yeah. Activate it. Let it roll up. Yep, that's the staircase to Romina. So, actually, let's take care of you, because you're going to be a real problem. Alright, good. So yeah, that's the staircase to Romina. If we got close enough, Hornsent will invade. So we're going to go back down. Okay. Yeah, not yet. We're not there yet. Not there yet. Yeah, so I took care of that one kindred, so I don't have to deal with them when I deal with Hornsent. This is the last thing I want. Last thing you want to deal with is Hornsent and a kindred of rot at the same time. No, no, no. Alright. Yep, this is the room with a bunch of them. Oops. It's probably not going to be a good idea. I was thinking maybe Giant's Flame get those 2. I have a feeling I'll aggro that 3rd one on the end. So we're gonna... Oh. Alright, let them walk down a bit further. Alright, hitbox, don't fail me now. Fire coil for the win. Alright. Apple cured meat. It's actually not a bad idea. Alright, just let them come up and then let them go away so we take care of that guy. So let's take care of that guy. when they come patrol back, we can Giant's Flame take thee and then go from there. Because one good cast should, one good cast should take out most of their healths, but... Alright. Let's see. Alright, how far down you guys go? Not that far, okay. I'm in a bad spot. Quick, 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 quick. Oh, you use spears, okay. Ooh, okay. That could have been bad. Luckily, the dagger talisman definitely helped. That was so dangerous. Alright, so Smithing Stone 2. Yeah, he used a pest thread spears at us instead of the regular pest threads. Oh. And let's get our charm back. Alright. You nice and cured meat, fly mold. Okay. Nothing on the ceiling, good. Sorry, buddy. Someone called the exterminators. Alright, that should be all of them in this little area. Grab the buds. Again, I don't know if they respawn, but I'll check later. Okay. Ooh, what's this? You're a cookbook, I think. Yep. Take cookbook number 9. Hefty rock pots. Cool. Yep. And here's the bloom. In an age-long past, before this land was enshrouded in shadow, the vitality of the crucible flourished. Yeah. Alright, there's the altar. So how do you get to it? Well, they did it in the base game, then they're going to do it again. Yeah, an invisible bridge. It should just be a straight shot, so I'm just putting these down just to kind of demonstrate. There's also the way to get to this little section over here. So it's going to take a little bit. So I'll probably fast forward this part. Then I'll see you when I get back. Screenshot. Alright. Yep. And over here is the altar to change the sword. Erase sword darkness to light. Yes, we do. Sword of lights. Yep. It should be basically the same as the Sword of Darkness, except the Asher War on it applies a holy buff to the player instead of a debuff to the enemy. And instead of going all the way around the player, it kind of cones in front. So, actually, I could probably demonstrate it. There we are. Yep. From the quick of the root, unswearing rays of light intersect and reflect to give the silver blade form. Yeah. So now we have a holy buff to all our holy damage. So It's also pretty cool looking, actually, now that I look at it. Oh, we actually might use it. Yeah, we'll upgrade it, see how it does, scaling-wise. But we might use it. Who knows? Alright. Yeah, you got random stuff on the bridge here. A little skull and a little thing. Yeah. If the game doesn't render stuff on this bridge, you know, the only other way is to use a stone. Alright. And this, I think, is the only way to get across to this little section. So we're just gonna jump. Oh, it actually goes for ways across. Wow. Alright. Yeah, oh, and the Sword of Lights, I think it provides a 20% buff to holy damage for, I think, 60 seconds. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's what it does. And the Sword of Darkness does a 20% holy negation debuff on your enemies for 60 seconds as well. Alright, so... Oh, does it just lead us back down here? Back to where the birds are? No, that's where the Bloodfiend Chief is at. So how do we get up top? Oh, I don't quite remember. Unless there's a different section. Oh, how much you want to bet we use the Spirit Spring to get up there? How much you want to bet? I think we have to do that. Okay, never mind. I thought this was the way to go, but nope, I think it's the Spirit Spring. Oh well. Oh well. I remember getting up there, but I don't quite remember how. I think it's the Spirit Spring. Okay. Alright, let's go back. Let's go this way. This is where the Blood Fiends are. Blood Fiends were at. Yeah. Okay. Back up, alright. Alright, so until then, until we find this seal, we're going to leave that to its own little thing. Because there are items up there. I think we can see one from here. Yeah, right there. That corpse right there. So there is an item, and there is a way to get up there. And I think we have to use the spirit spring over there to jump up. So, alright. So that concludes this little section. Ooh, wow, what's our time? Going on a bit longer than I anticipated. All right, so we're gonna go back. Yeah, this one's probably gonna be a long one, a longer one, I should say. I don't want to stop halfway. But all right, this should lead back into the same spot. Yep. Okay, same spot. All right. So this is the room with the curse blade. He was up there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in this room. I don't think there was. Yeah, I don't think there was. All right. And so this is the way forward. So we're going to take it. All right. Spirit grave. Cool. Wait, I need to fix my... I keep forgetting I need to put this back. Use my... Oh, that was it. Okay, never mind. Okay. We'll take this up. Should take us to the next level in the ruins. Yep. All right. Over here. Yep, there's a little secret area this way. I don't know if I want to do that Yeah. Because that's the way forward. No, we'll clear out this little area because this will lead us directly to where the staircase that leads up to Romina is. So we'll take care of this real quick. There should only be the Divine Bird Warrior up here. If there he is. Alright, I'm just gonna Val and get my shield out. Alright, come on, buddy. I know you want some. Do your jump attack. There we go. That's the one I want. And you're done, I think. Okay, I wasn't quite sure. Sweet. Alright. And he should be the only one up here, so once you get him, it should be pretty straightforward. Yeah. Alright, so we'll... so I think he's the only one. Yeah, okay. Divine Bird Feathers, incantation. It's I don't know, it's questionable. It's one of those hold down the button to continue cast kind of spells, like the Surge or Flame. So it can chew through your FP bar if you're not careful. Alright, so that way will lead us to the staircase with Hornsent and up to Romina. I'm not going to do that just yet, because I want to take care of the little secret area, secret-ish area. Can we see the golem from here? Mr. Golem? Oh, there you are. Okay. Mr. Golem. Alright. I don't think there's... Oh, there it is. Aha. Here we go. Here's the seal to the Spirit Spring. It's exactly where I thought it would be. Again, if you didn't want to climb all the way up, just use your shackle down there and this will break. There we go. Somewhere Spirit Spring has been unsealed. Okay. So hop on Torrent, we'll use the Spirit Spring to get up there, and then we'll come back and check out that little lower section over there. So again, it's going to be a longer episode just because, I don't know. Alright, so let's line it up. Well, mainly because I don't want to, stop halfway through, so I just want to... Alright. I don't quite remember if there's any enemies up here. There might be a scorpion or a blood fiend, but... Alright, there's the item over there. So we'll go grab it first. Beast horns by 2, not really worth it. Alright. You're gonna make... Oh, I gotta get on torrents. Alright. Gotta keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Let's see. Okay, it's just some animals. Up the stairs, should be an item up here. Maybe question mark. Oh, a chest. Molted Necklace +2. And that's the all elements? Yeah, okay. Vastly raises all resistances. Horns are sublime artifacts to Hornsent, and their presence confirms the belief that they are a chosen people. Only the repeated sprouting of fresh horns can create a tangled horn, which is viewed as an irrefutable symbol of primacy. Okay. Is it worth it? Up to you. I mean, I don't know. Bird feathers, yeah. The divine bird warriors are indeed, and indeed this technique are said to bear resemblance to the golden crucible. Yep. Alright. Alright. Alright, so that's it really. Just a bunch of animals and a talisman. Alright. I'm gonna miss. Okay, I thought I missed. Whew. Let's go back up. Let's run across to get to that little secret area, secret-ish area anyway. Alright, now comes the scary part. Yeah. Yep, the parkour section. Yep. Yeah, it's probably gonna die once or twice down here. Yeah, because the goal is to get over there. So, again, I definitely recommend doing it not on torrents, just so you can have a bit more control in your turning. Alright. I think this is not death. Okay. Three foul foot. Okay. That's probably just sprint jump. There we go. It's a neat little section. I'm pretty sure there's no way to get down there. I'm pretty sure there's a kill plane not far down. So don't bother going down. I hope there's no ranged enemies down here. That would be bad. That'd be very bad if there were. Okay, I think that's our final destination, but I want to go with what's over there. If we can. I think we can. Alright, so it's a hop across, go over there, hop this way, and go that way. Alright. Alright, so we have an elevator. Okay, we'll come back to you. I think there's more. Alright. Please no prawns, please no prawns. Alright, good. Oh. We have inquisitors. Okay, not too bad. Is it just you two, though? That's what it looks like. Yep, praying to the divine gate, probably. I love that incantation. I don't think we need the dagger talisman anymore. Rune. think there's anything else over here except for some animals. We probably drop some of the rarer stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's the blood burgeoning or something. Nope. All right. So through here. Just checking. Through here. Another chest. Okay. And inside we have the Talisman of all Crucibles. Yep. Rumored to have sprouted up among giants and is known as the Mother of Crucibles in ancient tower lore. Yep. Reduces damage taken from critical hits and headshots and improves the effectiveness of rolling and backstepping, but also increases damage taken at all times. Yep. All of your Crucible talismans, your Knot talisman, your Winged Feather, and Tail Feather, I think? Hold on, let me see if I can find them. Yeah, these ones here. The Scale, Feather, Knots, and Fine Feather. So all these effects in this one, but you take more damage. I think the overall damage is more on this thing than any of these combined. But you have all those effects, so it is pretty strong. Although the damage decrease is like 50%, it's crazy. I mean, not for me. So yeah, it's there if you want it, but just keep in mind it's like a 50% damage negation across the board, a minus. So yeah, but you do get improved rolling, you do get improved backsteps and invincibility frames. You don't get headshotted or critical strikes, like no riposte, backstabs, that kind of stuff. And there was one more. No, that was actually it. Okay. I think that's all the effects. All right. So we took the elevator up, and this actually leads us to the little, side area with like the golem. The golem archer is on this little path. I think there's a grace up here somewhere. Yeah, you can actually see the ceiling tree. There's a ceiling tree. Yep. And you can actually get a good look at the Church of the Bud. Right there. Alright. Where are you, Grace? I know you're up here somewhere. I remember finding one. You get to live. Alright, Grace, where are you? Or are you a bit further down? Nope, you're right there. Okay. Grace? Do I want to rest? Not really. I do want my flask back, but... No, we'll hold off on resting. I don't want to respawn enemies just yet. No, I don't want that. I want the band dagger talisman. Okay. Alright, so now we can go down. Let me just check, make sure. Any items? Any items? If there are items around, say here. Nope. Okay. So let's head down, take out the archer. Yep. Well, actually, let's... Alright, that's not going to be useful to us right now. hopefully we can get close to the archer without him, immediately aggroing on us, giving us a chance to kind of take a quick peek. All right. Actually, I don't think he can see us from this angle. Actually, you can see us, but I think we're okay for now. So you can see us. Okay, gotta be quick. Spirit calculus, cool. Alright. Again, I'm gonna sit here until he stops shooting at us. Alright, get our gambit back. Try and get close to him before he starts shooting. Dog people, whatever. Alright, we got pretty close before he started aggroing. Ignore the dogs, just take out the archer first. Oh. Ah, he followed up. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, he will respawn, so don't worry. Okay. But now that he's out of the way, the main threat's dealt with. Now we actually hop back across and deal with these dogs. Alright, there's one up here, I think. Oh, shadow people. Nope, alright, well, there are dogs down there, but it's probably just shadow people. Come here, buddy. Okay, that worked out. I don't know if those dogs that were down below further or up here, I don't know. But that worked out nicely. Two sevens, don't mind if I do. Yeah. Okay, probably some more dogs, probably some more shadow people. There's a deer. Okay. There's a drop down. Okay, that's actually where the furnace golem is, so, or was anyway. Okay. So we can come this way. And here's a summoning pool. Yep, because down here is another boss. I'd rather not fight, but, or not, well, I will fight, but not traditionally. I'm going to try and cheese him because he deserves it. Probably caught a glimpse of him there, but take out the surrounding enemies first. All right. You want some too? Shatter in 7s. Free money is free. All right, there he is. Mr. Divine Beast, Dancing Lion, number 2. Yep. Yep, we are not going to fight him traditionally. There is a difference between him and the first one in Ballarat. This one will, his first phase transition should be to Deathblight. Yes, you heard that right. He will transition into a Deathblight state, where his breath attack will do Deathblight. He'll summon basilisks that'll spew Deathblight. The fight gets messy, I'll say that. So instead of going down there, we're just going to sit up here and pelt him. Because. Why fight fair, you know? I want... I don't know what I want. Probably the Ritual Sword, just for more damage. Probably. Yeah. Ritual Sword. Alright. So we're going to sit up here and we're going to pelt them with arrows because we are lazy. Over here, buddy. Your butt. Go. Should reset and then come back. There's his Deathblight. Oh, he summons them up here, huh? Oh, I was not paying attention. Okay, I deserve that. I was not paying attention to my Deathblight. I did not realize the basilisks got summoned up here as well. Thought they just got stuck down there, but anyway, I deserved it. I wasn't paying attention. Put that on. Let's actually, so we can craft one, but we're gonna have to use one. Okay. All right. I mean, we could go down there, fight him normally, but why would I? Why do that when you can cheese him? Yeah, you know what? Fine. We'll go down there. We'll go down there. I need a fire weapon. That'll work. Yeah, I'll stick with that. Alright. Poise ain't gonna matter. Might as well physical. It's mostly physical. I think it still uses lightning eventually, but whatever. Mainly two-hand? No, because I do want to use my fire serpents. Definitely want to use the Ash of War. I'm definitely gonna need that. Multi-hit. Ah, dude. I'm thinking here. Ah. Yes. The locals are so mean. But, all right. Probably this then. It looks nice because I do want to use the Ash of War. Although two-hand is probably better. Okay. Actually, we're going to put on our blue dew. We're going to sit here for a minute until it fills up. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Yep, I sat here and wait for my FP bar to fill back up. All right, so let's get my what did I want again? I think it was 2 turtle talisman. All right, so yeah, Deathblight. Yeah, that first death definitely deserved it. So now we're just gonna go fight him normally. All right. All right, so we'll drop down. I will summon Ornus because I don't feel like, messing around. All right. So we'll just drop down. Grab. All right. Mr. Beast. That works. Oh, I missed? Really? Again, the miss. Deathblight. Let's take out these guys real quick. Eight, yeah. All right. Lost. I have no problem just pelting you back here. Too soon. All right. Thank you, Ornus. Divine Beast Tornado. Yeah, he's not that hard. Yeah, I would definitely recommend summoning a tanky Ash just for this phase transition, just so you have time to take out those basilisks. 'Cause yeah, his Death Blight builds up pretty quickly. Um, so yeah, but you beat him, you get the Divine Tornado? Divine Beast Tornado, yep. Majority of Divine Beasts were gored and hung upon Mesmer spears, then burned in his flame. Those who witnessed the deed likened it to a funeral pyre for the tower itself. Yep. Okay. So yeah. I know. Yeah, the first death definitely deserved it. I was not paying attention to my Death Blight. And I didn't realize those basilisks spawned up there as well. Which is like, really? Oops. My flasks back to where they were. Right. So yeah. So normally you'd be up here and you can jump back to the Grace across the bridge. Right back here. Oh no, this is the lower section where you have to take the imbued teleporter to. Yep. Okay, so there's actually no way back up once you come down. Is there really no way back up once you come down? Interesting. Unless it's over here. No? Okay. So there's no way back up, huh? I'm trying to hit it without rolling off, but it rolled off on its own. Alright. So really, there's no way up. Cool. Alright. So I guess we'll have to fast travel. Yeah, to this Grace. This Grace, run across, hit the Spirit Spring, and then we'll head to Romina. Alright. Let me pop an arc. Okay. I actually want... No, we'll keep... Oh. Sorry. We want to take out the bird. Well, actually, we could probably avoid them. Alright. Alright, so let's get our NPC be gone. We want that. We want this. We want blood. And we want Wide Wing. Actually, we could probably put... Oh, we can upgrade Shadow Blessing. Number 9. Requires 5. Ooh, Thunder. Okay. Alright, Thunder, we hear ya. Yep. So it needs 3 fragments for the Shadow Tree Blessing and 5 for the Spirit Ash. Alright. Okay, so I want... Nah, we'll try it without it. Okay. There was an item up here that I couldn't get to earlier. Here it is. Oh, flight peons. Pinions. Now we're up here, right where the staircase to Romina should be at. Okay, good. As long as I don't aggro the Divine Bird Warrior, we're good. Ooh. Yeah, you're the one that's right here. All right, yeah. Okay, so run across. This should be the elevator from earlier. All right, so now we just have the staircase with Hornsent. Okay, thank you. Yeah, just raise the elevators just so you don't accidentally fall in if you have to fight them over here. All right. So we're actually gonna get close to the staircase. Once we see the no teleport icon in the top left, we'll start buffing. Because he'll spawn at the top of the stairs. So, all right. Should start. Yeah, there we go. All right. Come on. There you go. Wait for him to come down a little bit. Yeah. Goodbye. And he drops flak and his armor set. Mask, cord robe, wraps, and soiled loincloth. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Blech. Blech. Flak. Forged by Hornsent in the name of revenge. In vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield. Yep. It's got a nice dash attack, and then it follows up with a frenzy of slashes, so it can do a pretty good amount of damage and bleed, too. But it is a paired curved sword, so I thought it was backhand blades, but no, it's curved swords. Oh. Yeah, here's his mask. Yep. Ritual implement of the greater potentates of Bonnie Village. Used to ward off thoughts of impurity, doubt, temptation, and other wickednesses. One is vulnerable to while absorbed in divine ritual. Yeah, the braided cord ties together the valor of the revenger with the victim's grudges. It must never come undone. Enhances both wrathful spirits and the vengeful spirits summoned by horned barons. Yep, so things like, where is it? So these right here. This one in particular, I know for sure. This one I think as well, but I have to double check. But I'm pretty sure it's this and this, as well as the regal version of this from Morgoth's Rune. I mean, Remembrance. So, yep. Yeah, this lightly soiled loincloth of ragged cloth is little more than concealed ones in other regions. Yeah. Okay. Get my Halo Scythe, because we are going to range pests to death. I can never figure out what I want here. Yeah, might as well. Okay, that works. Alright. One last section and then we'll go up to the boss. Should be some more pests down here. Scarlet Bud ×6. Yeah, there's one. Are we in range? I think we're in range. There we go. And over here, Pest Thread Spears. Yep. It's it launches only 2 bundles of threads. It's per thread it's more powerful than the standard one, but the regular pest threads from the base game, it's good against giant enemies like dragons and trolls and whatnot. Pest Thread Spears, good against single targets like the pests and NPCs and whatnot. So big targets use the original pest threads. smaller targets, use the pest thread spears. Yep. And they can be charged too, so that's always nice. Excuse me, sir. We have a yeah. Another bud. Alright, I think we're good to go up. I don't think there's anything back there. Yes, you can summon torrents, but I tend not to because I'm quicker to react when we're not on them. I think that's it. I think all that's left is Romina. Or Romina, or however you want to pronounce it. I don't think there's any enemies up here. Just checking walls. I'm gonna assume there's no illusory walls. I don't remember any. Alright, let's just get going. Alright, here we are. Summoning pool. We'll take a quick check around the area, but I don't think there's anything over here. Yeah. Yep, okay. Anything over here? We'll check that later. Alright, so let's get our spell stuff ready. Alright. I want Catch Flame and Burno Flame and Vow. I'm tempted to put Flame Grammy Strength, but it only lasts 30 seconds and no. I think that's be enough. Keep that, put that on. They do have a plan for Romina. Whether they actually pull it off is another thing. Okay. For this weapon, we want a fire weapon. Because Romina is weakest to fire. Or she has a 20%, I think she has a 0% negation to fire. 40% negation against slash, and 20 for everything else. So, anything will be useful except slash. But try to focus on fire if you can. Longsword? Might as well. Good Blasphemous Blade. Nah, well, yeah, stick with the fire sword. Why not? We're actually gonna have our seal in our right hand and our parry shield in our left. Alright. She does mostly physical. We want God's Free Icon. Canvas and Radagon or Faithful? Well, Lord would be probably useful as well. Yeah, let's put Radagons. Alright. I think we're good. Okay. Alright. Can I level up? I don't think so. No. Okay, I need another 50,000. Alright. So you can summon Dryleaf Dane if you want. We're not going to. Alright. So, because Romina has 0 resistance to fire, we are going to burn her to death. We're going to use Catch Flame and Burno Flame as our main damage source. So, Romina can be parried. It only takes 1 parry to riposte. She has 80 stance also. So if you have a pretty good stance break build up, she can be pretty easy as well. Again, she has 0 resistance to fire, 40 against slash, 20 against everything else. So no matter what you bring, you're probably going to be pretty good. She is only susceptible to bleed and frost, with frost being the least resist. So you could probably... I think all we really need is a... hold on, I want to... Alright. Well, no, because we... no. I was thinking maybe use a hefty frost pot to proc frost pretty quickly, but our fire will just undo it really quickly, so I don't know. It may not be worth it, but anyway. She isn't that hard. The tricky part is her insect half. Its hitboxes can be kind of wonky. There is one move where it's like a little... she'll kind of curl up a bit, and then the centipede part will kind of swing around. I'm not quite sure how to dodge it. So I'll probably just end up blocking it or taking a hit. I don't know. I tried jumping it. The second hit comes... her second attack and that little combo comes out really quickly right after the first, so you're probably going to get smacked no matter what. So we're probably just going to end up blocking it, to be honest. She can inflict Scarlet Rot. It is the same Scarlet Rot that Melania inflicts, so if you get Scarlet Rotted, yeah, you're dead. If you don't cure it quick enough, you're dead. I actually don't plan on summoning Ornus for this fight either. So we just slap on Preserving Boluses just in case. I'm trying to think of what else. Other than that, it's not that hard. I mean, well, she's not that difficult. At least I don't think she is. It can be for others, but for me, I don't find it that hard. Just stick close, stick to her right side, and she should mostly use her halberd, which again can be parried. So I'm going to try to do that. And in fact, instead of riposting with a sword, I'm going to use Burno Flame. Whenever we parry her, we're going to Burno Flame. And if she cooperates, she'll stand in the zone, and she's going to get cooked. So that's the plan. Catch Flame when she gets close, Burno Flame when we parry. Yep. All right. Okay. I think so yeah. She does have a grab attack, but again, if you stick close, she won't do it. So, all right. All right, so hopefully it doesn't go too bad. She can kill us pretty quickly if we let her, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. So, all right. Drink. Oops. Bow. Crab. We'll probably start off by throwing a coil at her. Let's do this. Nice. Oops. You can parry that, yeah. Oops. That works. Yeah, just kind of stick to her. There we go. Charge it up. Burn. We did a lot of damage. A lot more than I thought. One more good parry should kill her. There we go. Stay put, lady. Alright. Romina, Saint of the Bud. Okay, that did a lot more damage than I thought. I think we took out half her health with one cast, I think. Oh man, that was awesome. Yeah, and at the end there, she did the one attack that was probably the most dangerous, where she coiled up and then she spun around like, she spins around 3 times. So we did dodge the first hit, but the second hit got us when we were in our recovery, so it's one of those things you're going to get hit. It's just, I think the only way to actually dodge it, quote dodge it, is to be like right on top of her body part, or body half anyway. Because I think the hitbox doesn't extend that far down, so. Alright. So yeah, Romina. Burn. Alright. Let's actually check out her remembrance. After the church was burned to the ground, Romina discovered a twisted divine element, which she weaves into the baleful scarlet rot. Perhaps then, the buds might find somewhere to gain purchase once more within the scorched ruins. Yep. Yeah, because I think because Melania kind of like forsook her, what's the right word? Forsook her fate to be the goddess of rot. I think Romina picked up where Melania left off. So, yeah. Ooh, pest thread spears. Yeah, the pests are abandoned servants, and it is for this reason that they found a mother in the Saint of the Bud. All right. See? Bam. All right. So we'll go up, we'll burn the ceiling tree, we'll get to Inner Ilum, and then we'll call it an episode. This one went on a far longer than I anticipated, but I didn't want to stop halfway through the ruins and kind of, mess everything up. Well, I just don't feel like stopping halfway. Free money is free. All right. To the ceiling tree. Is there anything on this side? Nope. Cool. Yep. And here we have some more monumentals, I guess. I guess the Archstone wasn't a good place, or the Nexus. All right. Examine ceiling tree. Alright. Grab this. Somber 9. Tag the Grace. Because we are currently trapped, we can't actually fast travel out here till we rest at the Grace. Summoning Pool. Alright. We'll rest that Grace. Alright. And now the sealing tree has been burned and the shadows have been lifted. We are now in Inner Ilum. Yep. And with that, I'm going to call an episode. Yep. This one went on far longer than I wanted to, but I didn't want to stop halfway. I mean, I probably should have, but yeah. Yep. Cleared out the ruins of Rauh, the west section. Yep. Started off by taking on a furnace golem. Not too bad, not too bad. Checked out the immediate area, finding nothing. Just a bunch of owls in some alcove somewhere. Found a sealed spirit spring, but we didn't. Again, we could have used Smoke Shackle when we found the spring to unlock it immediately, and we could have, bypassed the whole area and gone straight to Romina if we wanted to. Yep. But no, we didn't do that, so we went into the ruins itself. Yep. There was some shadow people that greeted us with some dogs. And then we got into a room where there was a curse blade. Yep. Who actually didn't give us too much trouble. We did kind of sneak up on him. We threw a Giant's Flame Take Thee that kind of knocked him off his perch. Then we threw another one to kind of knock him on his butt again. Yep. And then we parried him. Yay. I mean, for a while I thought you couldn't parry them. Then I gave it a try. I'm like, oh, it's just that their timings are awkward. And half the time they miss you. So it's like, okay. But luckily he did his jumping attack can be parried. So he did that for us. We got him. Awesome. Yep. And after that, we went back outside, took out an area with a bunch of blood fiends. There was a blood fiend chief, a bunch of dogs, some items. Then we hopped down to where some spider scorpions were, grabbed the incantation aspect of the crucible bloom. So now we can be a Miranda flower if we wanted to. Although I don't think I'm going to use it because it's slow to cast, so it's probably one of those best to use at a height outside of combat range kind of thing. Let's see, what else did we do? Well, we fell to our deaths, but we're not going to talk about that. So we got the crucible, the bloom, went back, picked up some more upgrades. I think we had 2 pot guys so far. One dropped Spirit Ash. I think the other one dropped just Spirit Calculus. Yeah, nothing useful from that guy, but excuse me. Yep. Then we went back, circled back, and then went back into the ruins where we fought the Kindred of Rots. Yep, there's quite a few of them in like a little rot swamp in the ruins. Oh boy. But we got lucky, so we used the Halo Scythe's range to take him out from range. Also used fire coils when needed. Yep, and then it led us to an invisible bridge, which took us across to the altar where we can make the Sword of Light. Yep. So we did that. Grabbed a cookbook for hefty rot pots, which should come in handy, hopefully. I don't know when, but we might use them. Who knows? I'm trying to think what else after that. Yeah. Then we continued forward into the ruins, because that was a little dead end with the pests. Took an elevator up to the next level. Oh wait, well before that we fought some horned warriors. Yeah, one with twin blades, one with a great sword. Picked another Spirit Ash. And then we did the fiends and the kindreds. Then we backtracked into the ruins, at least the first section of the ruins. Took an elevator up to the next level. where we found a divine bird warrior, took care of him. We found the seal to the spirit spring. It's on that level. Unlocked the spirit spring. Used it to get to a, quote, well, the out of reach area where you needed a spirit spring to get to, which had the molted necklace +2. So, not really necessary, but it's there. Yeah. So we went back to where the divine bird guy was, and before we continue on up the stairs, we backtracked a little bit to like a little secret quote area. Dropped down to some parkour. There were some inquisitors, and then we got the was it the talisman of all crucibles? Yeah, the talisman of all crucibles. Yep. Yeah, so it's all the crucible talismans rolled into one with a bit more damage negation. So it's, I don't know, not for me. Yep. So from there, we took an elevator up. I think it actually goes us. I think it takes us right there. Actually, yeah, I think it's that right there, where we found a staircase with another grace, the golem archer, some shadow people, shadow dogs, and that led us down to where there was another divine beast dancing lion. Yep, the second one in the DLC, and yeah, he's the one who uses death blight instead of lightning, I think. So he's kind of, I don't know if he's more dangerous, but he's definitely trickier to fight, because when his first phase transition will be to death blight, and he'll summon basilisks, so it makes the fight kind of complicated. But we did try to cheese him. I did get death blighted because I wasn't paying attention, so I did deserve that. But after that, we did kind of drop down, fight him kind of normally. I mean, I did summon Ornus to kind of distract him so I could take care of the basilisks, but yeah, so he wasn't that hard. I mean, I just don't feel like fighting him. And he dropped for us the Divine Beast Tornado, which I probably won't be using, but it's a cool incantation. Let's see. And then after that, we had to fast travel because we couldn't get back up. And then we made our way back to where we found the Divine Bird Warrior, the first one. First one? Well, it's the only one actually we fought. Yep. There was the Divine Feathers Talis incantation, whatever. Oh, Divine Bird Feathers incantation. Yeah, it's in that same little area with the Divine Bird Warrior. And so from then we went forward into the last section of the ruins where there was some more pests, as well as the Hornsent invasion. He only invades you here if you summoned him for the Mesmer fight. So if you sided with Hornsent, or you didn't do the Leda Hornsent invasion fight, and you didn't summon him for Mesmer, he won't invade you here in the ruins. Instead, he'll be with the Leda fight. But since we summoned him for Mesmer, he shows up here as an invader, and as any other NPC, we put up our NPC begone get up and begoned him. I could have done it in one full combo if I delayed my last input in the waterfowl chain. You can actually delay the inputs by like a brief second. As long as your animation doesn't as long as your character doesn't stand back up, you should be able to input the third combo. That's usually enough to roll catch a NPC. But I wasn't patient enough. I immediately pressed it, and he rolled out of the initial flurry. So, but we got him. We hit him on it while he was down. So he got his weapon and his armor set. Probably won't be using them. At least I don't plan on using them. Yep. And after that, we picked up our pest thread spear, which I probably will be using because I like them. I like my pest threads. And then we came up and we took on Romina, Saint of the Bud. Yep. Where we destroyed her. Yeah, we just utilized the parry and the downtime to burn her with Burno Flame. Yep. Yeah, I think I think our first cast was a full cast because she decided to stand in the damage zone. So I think we did like half her health and damage. It was nuts. So, but we took her out pretty easily. Got a remembrance, and then we burned the ceiling tree, which lifted the shadow and teleported us here. And that was it. Yeah, long episode. God, man, a lot of things, made a lot of progress. But now, the next episode is the fun part, where we have to go through Inir Ilum. Yep. The final legacy dungeon of Elden Ring. Yep. Including the Staircase of Doom, I call it. Yep. There's a... I think our first enemy we're going to fight is a Divine Bird Warrior. Again, he shouldn't be too hard. He has Twin Sword, so as long as he does his jumping attack, we should be okay. It's going to be a bunch of Inquisitors and Fly People. And then we have to deal with the Divine Beast Warriors. Yep. Those guys are probably the hardest non-boss enemies in the DLC, in my opinion. They do not flinch for anything. They're like any other Horned Warriors, so they don't flinch for anything. They have special or unique attack animations unique to them. There's 3 of them, and each one has a different element. The first one you fight is going to have lightning. The second one's going to have frost. Although the second one, there is a way to cheese them off the edge. Because you fight them on a rooftop, but there's a way to kind of cheese them off the edge. I'm going to say cheese, but it's AI makes them walk off the edge. It's crazy. It's the third one that can be challenging because he has wind. Yep, and he's the one who drops the great sword. Yeah. But those 3 guys are probably going to be the biggest roadblocks to us. But again, they're considered Horned Warriors. Their defenses are the same as Horned Warriors. So try to parry them, stab them with a Sacred Infused Dagger, and you should hopefully either kill them outright or do a ton of damage on them. So that's the plan. Those guys are going to be fun. Yep. And hopefully we get the last of the upgrade materials here. I think we need 4 more Spirit Ashes and 5 more Shadow Tree Fragments in order to get max upgrades, or max blessing levels. Hopefully they're in here. They should be in here. I don't think I missed any, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did. Alright. Yep, this is it. The last zone in the next episode. But, yep, so Inner Ilum's next, and then after that, it will be the final bosses. Consort Radon, and then Radagon Elden Beast. Oh boy. Yeah, Radagon Elden Beast shouldn't be too hard. It's Radon's going to be tricky because I haven't fought him in a while, so... man, it's going to be tough. Tough indeed. But anyway, but that's all going to be for another episode. So, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all... Come on. See you all next time.